Well, hello, sunshine. This is your energy forecast video for April, beginning of April to mid-April, and a little bit from the end of March as well. So, welcome back. If you have been with me for a while, I love doing these energy forecast videos for you. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting. Let me know how this helps you. And for those of you who are new, what I do is I pull cards. I will bring forward messages from your loved ones, your angels, and your guides while I'm doing this reading, but I will be pulling some cards from the tarot. I will also be pulling a message from your loved ones on the other side from the Talking to Heaven deck. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit, there we go, Talking to Heaven deck. And then I'm going to pull a card from the Angels of Abundance deck as well. And I may pull another one from a different deck if we have time. So before we get into the reading, I'm going to be doing something different. So at the end of this energy forecast video, I am going to do a 5-minute healing energy. So you can pause it and come back to it later so that you can really soak up the energy if you're not in a place where you're able to do that. But I have not done that in a video, in an energy forecast video, and I just feel really guided to do that. I've been listening to a lady who she's just been, I love the energy of it. It's just incredible. And I've been doing that, at different times throughout the day and then at night too, just to kind of soak in that energy. So I will be doing that to you for you, um, channeling love energy, healing energy at the end of this reading for about 5 minutes. And you can just sit and soak it in. You can pause it and come back to it later, and you can do it multiple times. Anytime you feel like you need some extra energy. So let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot to talk about. We have a lot of energy that's happening right now, which you've probably heard. But again, I want to remind you, I don't want to get too caught up in the astrology or what the energy is, because it affects all of us differently. But I do like to talk about it so that you have kind of a heads up about what's going on or how it can potentially affect you. Now, we do have Mercury in retrograde and Venus in retrograde. I don't usually talk about the other planets, but usually I just mention Mercury. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about Venus retrograde is because they're both retrograde. So Mercury went retrograde in March. March 14th, and then Venus went retrograde March 1st. And Mercury is all about communication, and retrograde is all about love. So basically, what's happening is we're reflecting on our relationships right now. You may have been feeling that, but there's a lot of energy that is happening where there are relationships are kind of being highlighted at this time. So I'm going to get into more of that with the cards, but if you are noticing that within your own personal life, that's why. Mercury is all about communication, and Mercury can, delay communication. It can cause problems. People might take things personally. You might not know how to communicate something, or you may feel like you haven't been able to express yourself in some way. A lot of times that's how Mercury will cause conflict in your life. But again, I always say this, I actually really like Mercury retrogrades because for me, they slow things down and I'm able to get things done. So again, it's going to affect everybody differently. We also have a new moon and a solar eclipse in Aries that just started on, what is it, on the 29th of March. So the new moon, which brings new beginnings, new possibilities, you're going to start to feel a shift, and it's going to start to feel good here. Um, Actually, before I get into that, I did want to mention Mercury retrograde ends on April 7th. It started March 14th and it ends on April 7th. Venus retrograde started on March 1st and it ends April 12th. So mid-April, we're going to have some movement. You're going to feel this shift. You may already be feeling it now. I know I am. It's like things are starting to move. We're starting to get answers. We're starting to see a direction. And if it hasn't happened for you yet, it will. Now, going back to the new moon and the solar eclipse in Aries, Aries is all about being bold, going for what you want, getting clarity. And Oh, it's so interesting. Went right to my throat chakra. So definitely there is an issue here with communication. So if there has been an area of your life where you have felt like you haven't been able to communicate your needs, or you feel like you haven't been able to get where you want to go, you're going to start to see that happening. Aries is all about action and momentum. It is about determination and not holding back. So if there's an area in your life where you feel like, you know what, I want this, I'm ready to do this, it's like now is the time. So in the next couple of weeks, you're going to start to really feel that movement. I know I'm feeling that in my own life as well. And I do want to mention this because I've been talking about I'm going to do a 21-day abundance challenge to raise your vibration. I'm so excited. And oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. The sneezing is about releasing, which is so funny. It's not my sneeze, it's spirit's message to you. Whenever that happens in a reading, it can be about allergies. So some of you may be experiencing increased allergies right now with this season. It's so funny that just came through that way, but your loved ones are just acknowledging like they're trying to help you with your allergies if you do have them. Again, messages come through in all different ways, and that's one of the ways they come through for me. They make me feel things and do things in my physical body to convey the message. So if that is you, again, they're working to help you with that. Now, going back to the 21-day abundance challenge, I'm going to launch that in May at some point, the beginning of May. I will have details coming out about that more in the next few weeks, but I just want to let you know that it's going to be really fun. We're going to do like something every day for 21 days. It'll be a fun challenge. They'll be easy. They'll be like quick little things, quick videos that you can watch for the day, and like some type of action that you can take that will help to bring in a feeling of, more joy in your life. My intention is to help you to raise your vibration so that you can manifest the things that you really want to manifest, and not even focus on a goal. That's actually another point of this challenge is we're going to pick some goals, but we're not going to put our attention and our focus on those. We're actually going to work on raising our vibration and see how we feel right throughout the challenge and at the end. So it's really about getting into a vibration that will help you to manifest without doing it in an intentional way, if that makes sense. Because sometimes when we're focused on a goal, we kind of get lost in the goal and we don't work on the other things in our lives that we need to, which is about having fun. And when we increase our vibration and we have fun and we, pay attention to the little things and gratitude, and we can do that every day in our lives in little ways, that helps us to start to move and start to shift, and it gets the momentum going for that energy for you to start to attract more and more and more good in your life. And that's my intention. I cannot wait to do that. So I'll keep you posted on that. The other thing is that I'm going to be doing a 6-week course. It's really going to be a group intuitive course, basically. So I will give you more details about that I'm going to do as well in May. And what I'm going to do is I want to help those of you who have been looking to develop your intuition and get more understanding of how your guides communicate to you, how to get messages from your loved ones, from your spirit guides, who your spirit guides are. It will be a 6-week course, not really a course, but it will be because we're going to be working together as a group. So, but I'm going to be very interactive with you. So I will be meeting with you. It'll be twice a week. We're going to meet, and I'm going to walk you through the process of how to connect with your guides and your angels and to get messages. So for 6 weeks, we're going to do that. And basically, I'm going to have it be where you pay monthly. So it'll make it a little bit easier for those of you that may have a harder time coming up with the money up front. So it'll be $60 for every month for 3 months, and you can pay monthly if you want. So I'm really excited to do that. I will walk you through like I said, how to connect with your guides and your angels, and it will be interactive. So we'll be working together as a group. And I will have more information on that coming out soon as well. But I wanted to tell you, if you're interested in that, please reach out to me so I can make sure that I keep you in the loop. But I will be sending it out through, email and talking about it on the next energy forecast. But I want to make sure that you know that's coming, because that's going to be a really fun class, basically, for us to work together in a group and for you to kind of practice your gifts and for you to ask questions with me too, because it's basically coaching. I'm going to be coaching you for 6 weeks, and we're going to be working on things together in a group. So fun. All right. The other thing, real quick, too, is don't forget that on Facebook, I pull daily cards. If you're interested, make sure to check me out. I have an Instagram page and my YouTube channel, but on Facebook, I pull daily cards, which has a daily message for you. And on Sunday, I have the pick three card, it's basically pick a message, a yes or no question, and then I have a past, present, and future reading for you every Sunday. But I'm also on your birthday, when it's your birthday, make sure you post "It's my birthday" on Facebook only. Don't reach out to me, please, anywhere else. On Facebook, just post "It's my birthday," and I will pull a card for you that day. Also, on Sundays, I've been pulling cards, one card for one lucky winner on Sundays, card of the day. So if you're interested in that, make sure you comment on Facebook's card of the day, and I will potentially pull a message or a card for one lucky winner on Sundays only. Okay, so let's move forward, you guys. Oh, I forgot to say this too. I don't want to forget this. Now, April 13th, Sunday, April 13th, I have 3 spots left. I am doing a virtual reading party. I haven't announced this. I kept forgetting to do this. So on April 13th, I have 3 spots open. I have a 4 p.m., a 4:40, and a 5:15. If you're interested in a half-hour reading, reach out to me. It is $80. You can private message me, or you can email me at Laura Ashley Abraham FB, as in Facebook, at gmail.com. Laura Ashley Abraham FB at gmail.com. You better get back with me, because I only have 3 spots left and these are going to go, because I didn't even send it out to my email lists yet. So 4 o'clock, 4:40, and 5:15. Let me know if you're interested. Again, it's $80 for a half hour. Okay, so let's get into this, you guys. I know we had a lot we had to talk about. So again, we have Mercury retrograde, we have Venus retrograde, until the beginning of April, mid-April. And right now we have this new moon, this solar eclipse that is in Aries. Going back to that, I just want to mention real quick, the Aries energy is going to make you feel that you are ready to achieve your goals. You're going to be more assertive. You are going to be asking more for of the things that you want. And you may already be seeing that energy within yourself where you're going for it. You're not going to be held back anymore. You're not going to let other people confine you to move forward and to get what it is that you really know you deserve and that you want. So you're going to feel this push to go outside of your comfort zone a little bit, but you're going to feel good about it. And the eclipses, so the solar eclipse is bringing karmic closures, which means endings of relationships, of circumstances that are no longer serving you. If you look back over the last few months, you will see how you have been releasing a lot, which is really about what the eclipses are all about. So we're moving out of that. We're clearing away the things that no longer serve us, and we're moving into new beginnings. So really get excited, because as hard as it is to let go of some things from the past, and again, you may be feeling this energy of nostalgia that's been in our energy field for a while. We've been going back, thinking about past relationships. How do I make them better? How do I make the current relationships that I have better? Where do I need to release and let go of what isn't working anymore for me? And it's very important for you to do that and really look at how you can honor your needs and be true to yourself and do it in a healthy way. And it's hard to let go sometimes. It's, you don't want to hurt anybody, but sometimes we have to let go of situations or people that aren't in alignment with us anymore, that aren't in alignment with our highest and greatest good. And it can be hard. So you may be feeling, mixed emotions, and that's all part of this energy right now, but you are going to start to feel some relief here in the next few weeks. So even though it's been really intense, that's the feeling. It's like intense. It's kind of like, it feels like a pressure cooker almost. I almost feel like they're showing me a diamond. You're being formed into this diamond energy, and you are moving into a new, it's like a new, you're going through a portal. They're showing me a portal, like a door is opening, and you're aligning with this new you and this new beginning or fresh start. And you can't take with you some of the past energies that have been maybe with you for a long time, right? It could be like a toxic friendship. It could be a toxic relationship, some aspect of your life that has been toxic. It could be connected to some type of an addiction, right? Those things are being brought to the surface for us to change and to release. So you may be feeling a lot of that energy is now starting to have, come to your awareness, and you have been really looking at, how do I make changes? How do I move through that? How do I release this stuck energy? And what I'm hearing from your guides to tell you is that there's a lot of, they're very, they want to let you know that they're very proud of how far you have come to this point, even though you may not feel like you're right where you want to be. And maybe you are, maybe you're like, you know what, this is great. I can feel it. I'm moving forward and I'm in a good space. So you may be feeling that energy of, you know what, yes, I'm ready, and I'm like ready for this new chapter. And, that's kind of, some of you, we're all like stagnant. We're all not stagnant. We're all in different areas of that. So we're all moving through this doorway, but we're doing it at our own pace. Okay. But it's happening for all of us in some aspects of our lives. And it could be even in multiple areas. So if you're feeling like things just aren't working out, or it's like I can't make any progress, or I can't seem to find my way through this, don't worry, because there are breakthroughs ahead. I just heard breakthroughs. There are some breakthroughs that are coming forward, and they're not far off. So just hang in there and trust that this energy is going to shift, and that there are going to be some new areas that are going to open up for you, that are going to show you, okay, this is my next step. This is what I need to do. And you're going to start to feel that feeling of movement, and you're going to know what you want to go for, which is where the Aries comes in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards for us and just see what our angels and our guides want to bring forward. Okay. I think I said this too with Venus. Venus is all about deep reflections on relationships. And that's what we're doing right now. Unresolved issues in our relationships are being brought to the surface. If there's something in a relationship, maybe you've been going over and over a situation, or somebody with somebody in your life, from the past, or it has to do with your children, or it has to do, with somebody in your family, or a work situation. This is all about unresolved issues that need to get healed, that are coming to the surface to be healed. So if you are feeling like a little bit stagnant, stuck in certain aspects of relationships, know that this is going to shift here. It's not going to stay that way. Venus, is the planet of love. And so it's being amplified, it's being highlighted. I guess I would say it's being highlighted right now, the energy of love and relationships. And because it's retrograde, March 1st through April 12th, um, you may be feeling like, things aren't necessarily working for you in the love area or loving relationships. It's being amplified to show you what needs to change, what needs to be healed. And that can affect you in many different ways, right? From your parents, to significant others, again, to friendships. It's like that can be coming up in multiple areas of your life. So if it is, know that that's why, and it's to show you what needs to change in this. What do I need to do differently? And how do I need to even communicate and ask for my needs to be met? And if you're having a hard time communicating that, that's because of the Mercury retrograde. And just give it a little bit of time, even maybe write some things down, kind of take some time to think about what you want to say, and you're going to start to feel that energy shift, and it will be the right time to be able to say it, and you'll feel like, yes, okay, now's the right time. So just kind of wait for that timing before you go ahead and say anything to anybody. Because Mercury retrograde can cause problems with communication. So you don't want to say something that you might regret. But you also do want to make sure that you are standing up for yourself, and you're not, um, I'm hearing, not making yourself small. It's important for you to be true to yourself and be honest with your needs and ask for that for what you want. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and again pull some cards. Let's see what tarot wants to bring forward for everybody for our highest and greatest good. All right. Angels and guides, bring forward what is for everybody's highest and greatest good. Show us the cards that we need to see. Show us the cards that we need to see. Okay. Oh, this is good. I felt like that. I really did. I really felt this energy of like, we're moving here. Things are going good. So we've got the first card is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about choices and decisions, and you have the option and the opportunity right now where there's going to be some different choices that are going to be coming forward for you. And you may not have known what to do in the past, because next to that is the Eight of Cups, which is moving on, which is what we were talking about. We are moving on from either situations or people that are not in alignment with us. We are making decisions that are going to be affecting us for quite a long time here. And don't let that scare you or worry you. It's like, this is, again, this doorway. We're opening up this doorway. We're moving into a new cycle. And this cycle is all about really following your passions, following something maybe that you've been wanting to do for a long time. So that's why this energy is so intense, because it needs to clear out a lot of the old in order to bring in the new. And it can feel like um, very like restrictive. That's kind of, the energy. It's like restrictive. It's like, when is this going to shift and change? And I know a lot of you have been feeling that way. So if that's you, don't worry, because this really is opening up here, and you're going to start to get opportunities. Like, little things will start to trickle in, or big things are going to start to trickle in. So, Seven of Cups with this choices, options, different choices that are, out there for you. This is kind of maybe something you've been waiting for a while. And you're going to start to see that now coming forward in the next couple of weeks. And again, moving on from what hasn't served you. Maybe it's like with a job. Maybe there was a situation with work, or, you wanted to do something and you really didn't know what it was that you wanted to put your energy and your focus on. Maybe you had a lot of different ways that you could go or do something different. And now you're like, you know what? Now I see clearly what it is that I want, and I'm going to go for that. And I'm going to leave the other things behind. And it's interesting too, because this card, there's a new moon on it, right? So this is like talking about you are leaving behind things that maybe have been difficult, maybe even connected with relationships where, you've been giving somebody options or choices, you've been telling them, this is how I need to be treated, and it hasn't been going the way that you wanted it to go. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to let go. I'm letting this go. I'm not going to hold on to this energy. I'm not going to hold a space for this to feel this emptiness or this sadness anymore. So if there has been sadness that's been coming up for you, again, that's all part of this energy, and you are shifting and moving out of that now. And that's what I see in the cards. It's really good energy. In the center card, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is about giving to those less fortunate, or money coming into you from somebody. So maybe it could be an opportunity where somebody gifts you some money. This could be an opportunity. This is great energy for money coming forward, and prosperity is what I'm seeing. And it could be, again, from a it could be a business connection, that money will be coming to support a business venture for you, or that you're going to be gifting, your children, you're going to get some extra money and you're going to gift your children some money. It could be, again, potentially with taxes too, where maybe you do something for your family where you get some money back and you end up taking your family on vacation, or you plan something nice for them, or somebody decides to plan something nice for you. So this is a giving and receiving energy. And it's one of my favorite cards in the tarot too, the Six of Pentacles, because it's so generous. It's a generous card. It's like, how can I give to you? And I want you guys to be open to receiving too. If somebody's like, yes, let's do this, let's have this exchange. I actually am doing this with a client, which is really cool, because she has something that she's offering me, and I have something that I'm offering her. So it's a give and take. So you may have that coming forward in your life as well in some area. Let me know how that shows up for you. I'm curious. It's a great card. And then the next card is the Five of Cups, which, when it's upright, it's a sadness card. It's like, really, see all the cups down here they've spilled. You have, a couple of cups that have spilled, which is emotions. It's like, having like this sadness and, kind of struggling with how she's feeling. It's like she just is really having a hard time. Um, and just not feeling, good. So she's depressed. She's, kind of like can't figure out what to do. But the thing is, that's when it's upright. It's reversed. So when it's reversed, it's like you are coming out of that energy. There might be something that was making you sad, either around um, family. This is interesting because the center card is the Six of Pentacles. This could be connected with family, money, legacy. This can be connected with property. This can be connected with planning for the future, right? Putting money away. And there's something that you're feeling like, how am I going to do this with this Five of Cups energy that you've been feeling in the past? How am I going to put this money away? Or how am I going to save for retirement, for my children, for my, future? All of that is being shown here in the cards. And it's like, maybe in a way you thought it was going to go, it's not anymore. That's where the Eight of Cups comes in. And so you've had to walk away from how you thought it was going to be, and move into this new energy of being open to having that happen in new ways, new ideas, new business ventures, um, putting your time and your energy in other areas that are going to be more fruitful. Okay. So this is a really actually good card because it's in reverse, and that energy, you're coming out of that sadness. You're coming out of the um, feeling like you don't have options or choices, because you really do. And you might not see them yet. You might not be able to see the options and the choices, because we have the Seven of Cups next to the Eight of Cups. So it's like, you might not be able to see everything because it's dark here. We have the moon and things are still a little bit hidden, but that is going to shift and change, moving here in the future of what I'm seeing. And then you have the Six of Cups, which is interesting. We have children in two cards today. So this is definitely about what we're giving, what we're energy we're putting into either our children or into the future, um, even tuning into our inner child, right? What's going to make ourselves happy? How can we, grow and evolve? And to me, this feels very like you're really doing a lot of deep thinking. You're really doing a lot of thinking about your future, thinking about and planning your future, and how is this all going to work itself out. So what I'm hearing is just kind of give your mind a little bit of a break here, because you're going to get the inspired thought and the um the movement or the way forward is going to show itself to you. So even if you don't know yet which way to go, that's going to be shown to you in the next couple of weeks. You're going to have some epiphany. There's going to be a realization. You're going to get a direction. So trust that that is opening up. That energy will be opening up for you really soon. With the Six of Cups, this is all about, again, like, it can be nostalgia. It can be thinking about the past and how things used to be really good with somebody that you love, or somebody that maybe even a loved one that is on the other side that isn't here anymore. It could be connected with a significant other, because this is a little bit of like a soulmate card. It could be thinking about a loved one, like a parent, how you miss them, how, a soulmate that's on the other side, a significant other, a child that's on the other side. This can really connect with a lot of that nostalgia, missing your loved ones, wanting them to be here. But it also, to me, represents um, tuning into your inner child, but play, like having fun. Um, and not focusing on what you don't have. Thank you. Your guides just said that. This card represents focusing on what you don't have, not being able to see the good things, not being able to see what is right in front of you that is actually um, where you do have the abundance, right? Where you do have options and opportunities. So this card is reminding you that it's important for you to put your energy and your time into things that bring you joy and happiness and fun and lightheartedness. They're flashing in something too, like, what when you were younger made you feel happy, what brought out, your inner child, and kind of tuning into that energy. When I was doing this recently, um, there was a meditation that I heard, and they were saying that too. And the first thing that popped in my mind was swinging on a swing. I love swinging on a swing. It just makes I smile, and it just brings forward that fun, you know, energy where it's like brings me right back to being a kid. So just even thinking about that energy, it can lighten, your mood. So try to think about something like that, spending time more with your children. If there is a situation that you're struggling with your kids, could be with your adult children, and if there is that situation, know that it's going to be okay, that you may have to look at things from a different perspective. You may have to kind of take a step back and give it a little bit of time, and again focus on something else until this energy shifts. um, but again, breakthroughs, I really feel like we're going to have some major breakthroughs coming forward. And the Six of Cups too is about putting time and energy into your family, putting into that energy into the ones that you love. So, okay, thank you. Because your guides and angels are bringing forward, like if you have a loved one that's on the other side, and they're bringing forward Easter, the holidays, we have that coming up in April, where, we have springtime here. And it's so nice to just have that light energy, right? The sun shining on some of the days that we've been having, and being able to, get outside and enjoy the weather. That's a little bit of what this energy represents too, I feel like, because it's an emotional um, upliftment. And your loved ones on the other side are just wanting to acknowledge like letting yourself have fun and bringing in more of that childlike energy and focusing on the things play. Where can you have fun? Where can you play? And just kind of let go of the sadness and, that feeling of being in a space of grief because you may still be feeling that the emotion may be going up and down a little bit of feeling grief or feeling regrets. And if you're having those emotions, honor them. Don't try to suppress them. Let them flow through you. Process your emotions, but then also look at all of the things that you really do have in your life and the areas that are working for you, and focus on those. Put your attention and your focus on the things that are working. Okay, really, that's huge, because with the new moon, we're attracting and we're manifesting things that we want, what we're thinking about. So you have to be very aware of, where am I putting my attention and my focus, and am I focusing on the things that I want to manifest and create? So it's okay for you to be thinking about your loved ones that you miss, but at the same time, what can you do to move the energy and find something that brings you joy? Find something that you can put, your heart into, and your inner child energy into. And that's going to lighten things up for you. Now, the overall card that we have is the Emperor, which is really cool because the Emperor is connected with Aries. So that's your overall energy too, is the Emperor. The Emperor is all the kings, and this is the masculine energy. You are bringing in this strength and determination. Like I said earlier, you're being bold in some area of your life. And interesting, there are kids on this card too. So there's definitely an emphasis with children here. And if there's a situation with your children, because this keeps being brought up, where you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling sad connected to the kids in some way, it's really important to take the time to work through that. If you're feeling like you've done everything, you've put your energy and your time into a situation with your children, it's so interesting because this is a very strong message. I don't know who this goes to. This could be for multiple people. But sometimes, our children, we don't have the relationships. This is what I see too, a lot of times with my clients, is that we don't have the relationships that we want with our children. And that could be what's coming when I'm being shown in the cards here. There's a lot of happy energy connected with all of these cards with the children. Every card, the children are smiling and they're happy and they're having fun. Okay. And these two back here too, they're playing. So, seeing them in all of these cards is just amplifying child and children energy. And it's, again, tuning into your own children, tuning into their energy. But if it's like you've been reaching out to them, if they're older or they're grown and there's some situation with them where you feel like you're not able to connect with them, really just kind of let go is what I'm hearing for right now. Try to let go. You may have to set some healthy boundaries, but this may be connected with grandchildren, right? Where spending time with your grandchildren or wanting to spend time with your grandchildren. But if there's a situation with your kids that you're really struggling with, um, just trust and know that I feel like the situation is going to shift in a positive direction. Okay, so if you are, again, struggling in some area, whether it's putting money away for the kids, whether it is, how do I, take care of and raise the kids right now? It's, I'm really stressed about, how to financially take care of them. This is saying that there is positive energy that is coming forward. Money's coming forward, resources of time, energy. Something is coming forward that is going to help you to shift and get out of that stagnant or stuck energy. And this Emperor is like, you're going to have that idea. You're going to move in a direction where, you know what, you have this strength and this courage, and you know how to manifest what it is that you want, and you're not going to be holding yourself back. So even about communication. You may have to communicate something or say something that might be hard to say. And where it is connected with the kids, and if you do have to do that, just know that you are going to be able to communicate it in a healthy way, in a good and positive way, especially when you're doing that, when it's aligned for good, right? When it's coming from a genuine place. Open up your heart chakra, let yourself communicate, let yourself bring in more love, more abundance, and more healing. And this emperor too is about being a boss. So there's something connected with a business, right? Growing a business, entering into a time where it's like, yep, I know that these are the steps that I'm going to take and this business is going to take off, and I'm going to, put my time and my energy into it, and it's going to pay off for my children, for my grandchildren, for my future. Okay. All right. That's a lot for these next couple of weeks. Holy moly. Okay, I am going to pull a couple other cards from some of the other decks. Let's do one from the Abundance Angels deck. All right. What do we need to know? What is for everybody's highest and greatest good? Angels of Abundance. Show me which card is going to be for everybody's highest and greatest good. Okay. So this card it says detox your friendships. I don't know if you can see that, the writing. I know the lighting and stuff is a little bit hard to see with Zoom. It did some kind of weird update and it's been weird. But anyways, it says detox your friendships. Interesting. So you're going to have to, detox some of the people that are around you. Be okay with letting go if the friendship or a relationship just isn't working in your life anymore. It's okay, because it will open up space for new people to come in. It says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending your time. So be discerning about your associations and your relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Very true. Okay. Let go. If somebody isn't able to show up for you in the way you need them to, it's okay. And try to, okay, thank you. They're bringing forward, you might not be able to communicate it. You might not be able to say it. Maybe you don't need to say it. It's just, an energy of kind of backing away, right? You may be feeling like there's somebody that you just aren't jiving with anymore. And that's okay. It doesn't even mean that anybody did anything wrong or said anything. It's just sometimes we move in different phases of our lives, and sometimes people really resonate with us, and then we move into a new direction, and then we're not in the same energy anymore. And again, it doesn't mean anybody did anything. It's just you're feeling different and you're moving to a different vibration. So if that's happening to you from someone where you're feeling like somebody is pulling back, don't take it personally. Just acknowledge, like, maybe the friendship will resume, in a few months or something like that. And if not, then if there's a situation where um you are wanting to be friends with some people, and again, it's like you're feeling that they're kind of pulling back. Again, don't take it personally. Know that there will be other people that will come forward for you in your life that are going to help you where you're at. And if you're feeling like you're moving away from people and you're recognizing like you just don't resonate anymore, then that's okay too. Honor that for within yourself, because it will open up space for new people to come in, new relationships that are going to nourish you, that are going to fill you up, that are going to fill up your cup. You don't want to hold on to people and situations that aren't in alignment with you, because when we do that, it lowers our vibration and you can feel that it's off. So when you feel that feeling of it's being off, it's important to communicate that. But if you feel like you can't communicate that, or you feel like if you say something, you're not going to be heard, then there's your answer. Yeah. All right. I am going to pull card now from the Talking to Heaven deck. This is from your loved ones on the other side, so I want to hear what they have to say. From your loved ones on the other side, where the message is from the loved ones on the other side. Let's see. Okay, so their message is, I feel healthy and happy. It's so cool. And it's like they're on top of the world, right? And I feel like, so maybe you have a loved one that's on the other side that struggled with an illness or that had some type of physical issue. It's like they're just showing you that they are free and that they're not in pain anymore. And I feel like this is important for you to know, to not focus on their illness and not focus on how they passed, but to focus on them being this guide for you and saying it's time for you to fly, it's time for you to be free, it's time for you to express and live your life and be happy in the world. And through you doing that, they experience that with you. It's like they are experiencing your joy when you're doing that for yourself too. Okay, so make sure that you are aligning with that energy of, putting yourself out there and being happy, being free. And if you need help from them, if you need like they, because it says healthy, right? If you're working on your health, I don't know if you can see that. I know, I wish that there we go. I feel healthy and happy. So they're working on helping you with your health and with you being happy. So you may not be feeling that way, right? Right now, you may be feeling like this, where you're sad and you're feeling depleted and you're like just depressed. It's okay if you're feeling that way. Don't be beating yourself up. It's like this energy right now is pretty intense. And it has been for a lot of us. And if it is affecting you, it's okay. Just acknowledge it and know that better times are coming forward. And your loved ones on the other side want to help you to bring in that healthy energy, right? Bring in that happy energy. And ask them, keep asking them to help you, to show you the way. That's exactly what that card represents. They are doing that and they are helping you from the other side. They want to make sure that you know that you are not alone and that they are, because they keep showing me health, the health, that's a major aspect of your life. And it's interesting with the detox too, because there may be an energy around you with your health that maybe you have to do some detoxing, right? Where you may have to release something that doesn't work. Thank you. Your guides just brought forward, this may be part of it too, where maybe somebody was like having like an unhealthy habit that you used to be around, like you used to be around somebody who was drinking a lot. And maybe it just doesn't resonate with you anymore. And it's like, you know what? I just don't, that doesn't feel good to me. And that could be part of this too. When we raise our vibration, we move out of the energy of other people. And it doesn't mean we're doing something wrong or that they're doing something wrong. It's just that we need to make space for new to come into our lives. So you may be detoxing in some area of your life and it's trying to bring in more health, into vibrancy, more flow, more abundance. That's what happens too when we release these, negative aspects of ourselves, when we recognize things about ourselves that we want to change, that we want to let go of, that are habits, that aren't good for us anymore. So if those are things that are coming to the surface right now, know that you're being helped from the other side. Your loved ones are helping you with that. You may need to be moving more and, getting physically active. You may be feeling like you want to do that. And again, playing. I just keep hearing like playing and having fun and finding, joy even in the little things in your daily life, in the little things. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up with that. And before I do, I'm going to do this 5 minute um, energy. I'm going to send you healing energy. So what I'd like you to do right now, just go ahead and take a deep breath. And if you don't have time to do this right now, you can pause this and you can come back to this later. I want you to make sure you're in a space where you can really absorb and take in this energy. You can come back tonight and you can let me just send healing energy to you. What I want you to do is just allow your body, allow yourself to really absorb the healing energy. You may have an emotional release. You might cry. You may feel peace. You may feel calm. All of those things are normal part of this. You may feel nothing at all. But just know that as I'm sending you this healing energy, it is going to be the highest vibration of love and connection to source, God source energy, and to your loved ones on the other side. Okay. They're going to be flowing through me to be bringing forward healing energy to you. So go to a place or get comfortable. Take a deep breath. And I want you to take another deep breath. Let it out. And do that one more time. Taking in a deep breath. And release. Let it go. And I just want you to relax. All is well. Just breathing in deeply and calmly, letting this beautiful healing energy flow through you. And I'm going to be quiet for the next 5 minutes while we do this. Just relax. Allow this energy to absorb. Allow yourself to receive this beautiful healing vibration. All is well. Just letting yourself continue to absorb this energy. Feeling this beautiful, healing, loving energy surround you and fill you up, connecting with this peaceful space and allowing yourself to stay in this peaceful space for as long as you want, and coming back to this space as often as you'd like. I am sending so much love and light to all of you. I love you. Have a beautiful day, beautiful evening. Relax, be at peace. You are so loved. All is well.